So today I wanted to talk a bit about Tag Team Arena. It is something that many people in this game consider a chore, and it isn't generally a fun activity for most people. Now, it can be fun at times to make teams, but most people don't have many champions to make like 3 proper teams, and it is kind of frustrating to make really bad teams and have super long fights. And there is so many fights in Tag Team that you can do per day. Like, I remember originally when Tag Team was released, it was actually only 5 fights per day, and there was no tokens to reset it, or you could buy them with gems, but you didn't get them from daily quest. And then players complained a lot about it, and they doubled the amount of like tokens that you get naturally, like it went from 5 to 10, and then they also gave the tokens, so we went from 5 fights per day in order to maintain your rank to 20 fights per day. And now I guess we get more rewards, but it takes super long time. Now, people often ask me, how do you climb in Tag Team Arena? And how to like counter specific teams, and I can't beat speed teams, or I can't beat warlords or CC and so on. And there is no simple answer. It's gonna be many videos that I will make about this topic, but it's definitely something that I will do in near future. But here is one interesting trick that many people don't know about. This should kind of serve as a carrot for you guys in order to climb in Tag Team Arena. Like, I will say that in general in Tag Team Arena, you don't need insane teams to climb. You just need to be able to counter specific types of teams and Gs. And that might sound like I'm just saying it and it's super hard, but there might be many ways that your account might be able to cheese that you don't know about. But if you can get to gold for Tag Team Arena, like as you can see now it's Sunday, there is 17 hours left of Tag Team Arena, and I'm at 36 points, and I just put up my defense like a couple seconds ago. And you might be thinking that, oh, you're wasting your chance and you're gonna drop this week. Actually, I'm not gonna drop. And the reason is that staying in Gold 4 Tag Team Arena is so much easier than staying in any other tier. Like, it's easier to stay in Gold 4 than it is to stay in Silver 1. And the reason is because in Gold 4, the amount of points you need to get, because it is kind of bugged and there is no tiers higher than that, the amount of points that you need to get in order to stay is not high, and people are not really trying to compete in Gold 4, so even on the last day you will find a lot of one-man teams, and you can actually literally only fight one-man teams the entire week and not do a single fight, and you can stay in Gold 4 with that tactic. And it is something that sometimes I tell people and they don't believe me, and they are kind of antagonizing me because they think I'm telling them bad information, and then later they are super surprised that it's actually so easy to stay in Gold 4 and get happy about it. But basically the general threshold is that on off weeks, like when the next week isn't CVC, you're only gonna need around 800 to 900 points to stay. And on CVC weeks, I would say 1.1k, 1k to 1.1k is a safe range, but often it is lower than these numbers. But even though, let's say I'm 1000 points right now, which is definitely gonna stay in Gold 4, it will still show that I'm in red. And that is because it is actually bugged in Gold 4. And that's why some people are getting like impression that they actually need to get way higher points than they actually need. And if they are not in big clan, maybe nobody ever told them about this and they might not know about this. But now you know that actually, like, staying in Gold 3 is like 10 times harder than it is to stay in Gold 4. And if you're able to like get away from Gold 3 or other gold tiers and just get to Gold 4, you will have so much easier time. Like, what I'm gonna do, like as you see now, I did 1 page and now I refreshed and I got 3 actual fights in this tab. And when I get to higher points, there will be more and more actual fights. But even if I was at like, let's say 1k points right now on the last day, which is the threshold that I will definitely stay in gold 4, even when I refresh there, I will find like, I don't know, 1 to 3 one-man defense teams, even in like the last couple hours of the reset. So yeah, that's how it goes. And definitely, of course, I have mentioned some cheese teams that I do as well. Like, I have mentioned this in both Mortu and Bracus videos, but Bracus is one way to counter speed teams or like cheese them. Mortu is one way to cheese warlord teams, and there is many other ways. Actually, in my third team, this might look like a speed team, and it kind of is, but this is actually Arbiter in stone skin, and the Kaimar is in stone skin as well, and in resistance. And this is kind of like CC counter team, that because Tranda has immunity and the other two are in stone skin, basically I can use this against Stormins and Hegemons and whatever CC. Now it isn't faster than other speed teams, but I'm not gonna fight other speed teams with my speed teams. Like, this Arbiter is only 330 speed, which is decent speed for stone skin, but it isn't like incredibly fast for Arbiter. But yeah, you don't need to have the best teams, you just need to counter specific types of teams. And I actually found an old picture from a couple years ago, and here you can see that back then my champion pool wasn't as good as it is right now, even though the teams look very similar. Like, basically I'm doing the same strategy as I'm doing right now actually. So the first team is just Mortu with a bunch of healers fighting against warlord team, and he's just gonna, like, even though he's locked out, he will proc the passive Beryl and one-shot Tranda, and that way I'm able to beat even with a crappy team like this. The second team is kind of similar tactic, like, it has two Rotos that are fighting against team without multi-hitters, and I also have a Lydia in the team, so when these champions nuke me, my Rotos are gonna get turns and kill them, and this team doesn't have a reviver, I guess, but the Lydia will also block revive, so this might seem like a weird team and not good team, but these types of teams that are used to counter specific types of enemy teams is what you need to get, and this is very safe matchup. I can never lose this fight. And then the third one also is kind of the same that I'm still running, except though I think back then this was actually Swift Parry Arbiter because I was using it in defense, but I think maybe, no, actually I think this picture is before Stone Skin. Probably this is in Swift Parry as well, yeah. But just to give you an example, there is million other types of cheese teams that you can do. It's totally not limited to this, but that topic is gonna be so many different videos that I'm not really able to cover it in one go, and I will make future videos about this. But I just wanted to make a little update because I don't think I have ever seen anybody make a video about the fact that it's so much easier to stay in gold 4 than the other gold tiers. Like, I can't recall the actual numbers, but let's say that you need like 800 points to stay in gold 4, and then in gold 3 you maybe need like, I don't know, 1200 points to stay. And it isn't just that you need more points to stay, but in gold 4 there is a lot less players and people are a lot less tryhard about it because nobody is really dropping in tier. So you will get attacked way less in gold 4 than gold 3. Like, usually, like, it kind of depends what time I put my defense. Like, now I'm only putting it up Sunday, so I'm probably not gonna get attacked at all. But let's say I put up my defense Friday, like some people do, I will get attacked maybe like 0 to 4 times. Like, very often I will not get attacked at all. And you might say, but hey, you have very good account. I do, but in gold 4 there is people with much better accounts than me, and I'm still not getting attacked a lot. And the reason, as I mentioned, is that there is very few people in gold 4, and it just isn't very active. Like, people aren't looking to fight actual teams, they're mostly fighting one-man defense teams. Now, there are some people that are fighting actual teams, but most people are not. And as you can see, it's only 2500 players in this tier. But yeah, that's it for this video. This was just a quick like trick about how to do this in Tag Team Arena. But definitely I will make some specific like counter guides next week for Tag Team Arena. And probably I will make some live arena content as well if we get it. But that's it for this video, and thanks a lot for watching.